Okay, so in this video, I am going to show you how to do the hallway. The hallway, I've never done this one before, so this is a new lesson or a new idea. So the hallway, you're going to need your paper, your 12 by 12 inch paper, eraser, pencil, and you're going to need an 18-inch ruler. Now I'm using a yardstick, I'm using a 36-inch ruler. That's because I don't have an 18-inch ruler here at home, but it'll work. But you're going to notice that over on the left-hand side of the room where you typically get supplies, you're going to see a big coffee can, and that should have some 18-inch rulers in there for you. So this is how we're going to get started. You're going to line and I'm going to back this up just a little bit so that you can see. So this is kind of like what we're going for, and you're going to be able to decide whether you want a wall and a door at the end or not. So I'm going to show you a couple little ways to get started, and then I'm going to show you next steps in the next video. So just to begin, we are going to take your ruler, or you're going to take your ruler, and you're going to line the corner of this ruler up against your paper, the corner up against the ruler, and you're going to line this corner up against the ruler. So you want both of these corners sitting on the ruler. So make sure both those corners are sitting on the ruler. Hold your ruler down with your fingers in the middle, spread out like this to make sure your ruler doesn't shift, and you're going to draw a line going across. I'm going to switch my paper, and I'm switching my paper for me because it's just easier than moving the ruler. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other corner to corner. So now you can see that basically here is my X that's going across. This little dot right here is this little dot right there. That's my vanishing point. So you need to put your vanishing point in there, and you need to not get rid of that vanishing point. Don't erase that vanishing point until everything else on here is done. That point you can erase and start adding color and other things. You also need to think about how you're going to put yourself in this image. So are you going to have me take a picture of you skipping down the hallway? Do you want me to take a picture of you sliding? Is this all covered in snow and you're on a sled down the hallway? Are you peeking out of a room? Are you hanging upside down? I could take a picture of you where you're hanging off of a table, and so it looks like you're coming down from somewhere in the ceiling or out of the side. So you kind of decide how you want that to happen. So here's your next step. Your next step is to, one of these is going to be your floor. Okay, this is going to be your floor. This would be a wall. This is a wall, and this is the ceiling. Okay, so just to kind of get your bearings. If you want to add a door, or this could go on forever and ever and totally disappear, but if you want there to be a wall here and a door, then what you're going to do is this. You're going to decide how close do you want that door to be. So if you look at this here, this wall is a little bit further away. I made it smaller, so maybe we make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to line my ruler up with the bottom edge of my paper just to make sure I'm making a nice straight line. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn my paper, line my ruler up to the edge of my paper, only this time I want to make sure that I'm starting here. So I'm kind of basically creating, let's go here. Let's come down this one. Let's do this one. And then where this one is. So basically I'm creating a box, but do you see how I'm just creating a box and I'm kind of measuring? I'm going to get rid of that. Notice the corners. The corners should be ending on your edges here. So the corners should be meeting up with the X, the larger X that you just created. So now here's my wall. I can erase this. Do not erase the vanishing point. We still need that. Okay, so that is our wall. Hallway, the end of the wall. So you can see that depending on the size that you make this looks like it's much further away. This looks like it's much closer. So that is step number one. Why don't you go that far, and then I'll show you the next step.